Here we have a Rimowa iPhone case. I believe it's from an iPhone 10. It served its life, and now the phone has been sort of replaced and the case has been replaced. There seems to be no demand for this thing, so I figured I would take it apart and kind of see how this is made. I can tell you that most of this is plastic, some sort of, I don't know, polycarbonate. Hard to say. It's kind of a rubberized plastic. And then here we have the aluminum shell. That is the part that this company, Rimowa, is known so well for. You can see the aluminum has started to lose some of its paint. It's broken in, I don't know, maybe it's broken in nicely, maybe it looks junky, it's up to you. But the way the aluminum ages is pretty okay, I would say, whereas the plastic part here, or the rubber, whatever that is, once it loses that metallic paint, it really does not look very nice at all. It's very clear that this is one material that ages well. This is a different material, does not age very well at all. This is a fairly expensive iPhone case. I bought it used, so it's had a long life, but it's time to take it apart. So see, structurally, it's pretty sound. Clearly the aluminum is bending a little bit, but it's a tough case. Gonna get some snips here, start to take that rubber part, kind of see what's going on in there. So yeah, all rubber there, no metal in the shell, in this sort of outside. So you don't have any support there. I think that's important. On the sides, you don't want too much metal because it could interrupt with the way the iPhone's antenna works. So all rubber there, stronger down here, thanks to that thick seam on the bottom. Yeah, so now we could see how it's constructed. Clearly, this is either pressed on, or it was probably pressed and glued. So you have this piece around here, which peels right off very neatly. And you can see there's a sort of a seal here. And again, I don't know if it'll press on in the same way. And so I'm guessing it was sort of glued and then pressed. It does fit on quite nicely with this kind of seam up here, but it won't go back into place. And I believe this is all, again, plastic or rubber, whatever it is. And we'll know. What's the last component on here is the button. The buttons are clearly all rubber, so really nothing else to see here. We'll check this corner as well, just to make sure. Yeah, nothing different there. So now we have the piece of aluminum, at least I think it's aluminum, it's hard to tell exactly. And this sort of plastic backing piece, you see it is made in China. I think Rimowa is generally considered to be a German company. This one says made in China. So this is a harder plastic right here. I can tell it's quite hard. And we'll see if it'll debond from this aluminum, or tear off from the aluminum. This bottom piece may actually be metal as well. It doesn't really want to come off. I want to do this without, if I could avoid damaging the top piece for now, that would be good. I'm just going to try to separate the two. Yeah, it's on there quite nicely. There you go. Peeling up the aluminum will work, but clearly it's gonna damage it, so let's see if this will work. This bottom piece is quite strong. Maybe it's not plastic. It's really quite stiff. It's holding up nicely. You can see some marks there where it's fairly damage resistant. It's definitely a plastic though. You could just tell from the resistance of the material. Okay, it looks like this aluminum is fully glued or taped down to there. Yeah, it looks like it's a big sheet of tape, so it really does not want to delaminate. So I'm just going to pull the two pieces apart, and we'll just see what happens with the iconic Rimowa shell. Oh, it's on there. Yeah, so it's a very strong tape, clearly well bonded. And I want to avoid cutting myself with this aluminum, which is becoming quite sharp. I mean, it's only sharp in the area where I, look, it's like in a cartoon, stuck to your hand. There we have that plastic backing, quite sturdy, nicely done. And then this piece seems to be no different than the rest. Yeah, just a nice thick piece of sturdy plastic. Here is the Rimowa Aluminum, nice ridge, original logo. It's a company from, I believe, 1899 or so, so they've been around for a long time. They were known for their executive style metal luggage. And there it is. You see the ridge is obviously stamped piece, a lot of glue over there. And that, yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. That's really all there is to it. It's a pretty nicely constructed case. I would say on the whole, it's been fairly overpriced. You're really paying for the kind of the brand here and this iconic look, but obviously the case does its job quite nicely. It's offers very nice protection, but the way this side piece wears is really kind of disappointing, especially considering how nicely this aluminum piece wears. But I couldn't say I know of a better way to have designed this. All aluminum would have been problematic. So pretty much it. Thanks for watching.